Hey, it's been a while. I'm back today with another video. I am going on holiday tomorrow. This time tomorrow I'll hopefully be in Lanzarote. So I thought I'd just video basically a little roundup of everything I'm taking with me. So products for like on the plane, travelling, and then products for when I'm there, all the bits and pieces, and like thought I'd just have a little bit of chat about like plane, and then hopefully everything will be okay. Like for taking on the plane and stuff, I've like looked into it a little bit and thought quite hard about what I'm taking, and hopefully then like after I get back I'll just do like a quick, whether I do it like at the start of another video or whatever, I'll just do a quick like catch up of how did it go. Like, did I keep all my stuff? Which is my biggest worry. My biggest worry is like losing something valuable, but I think I've managed to ensure I will not lose anything valuable. So let's just jump straight in. First up, plane. We've got about a 4-hour plane like flight there and back, plus then like I'm accounting for possibly like a little bit of time at the airport. Like we've got a coach from the airport to the hotel, but I think that's going to be short. And I think I'm going to be all excited like looking out, so I don't anticipate doing any knitting then. But I think I want to have 2 projects for the plane, just so like I've got a backup option if I like get bored of it, or like if I get stressed out, or like it was just not what I fancy. So first up, oh also I've done like little like packages, you'll see when I go through them, of like everything I'll need for a project hopefully. So this is my first one. It's just in a Knit With Me little bag. So in my little bag I've got pattern. This is the camel yarn standard sock in Flora Day. It's a Flora Day sock set. So standard sock. Oh, please don't pull that out, Jess. So handy having the little labels with it though. Caked up, ready to go. So this is a sock set. So it came with, this is the 100 gram, and then this is the little 20 mini that came with it. So those are wound up. And the pattern I've got to go with them is the Leah, I'm guessing, the Leah Socks Knitting Pattern by Deb Buckingham. I'll pop her name in the bio because I can't remember, but I don't, like on Ravelry and stuff, I don't think she's known as that. However, these socks were super cute, and it's actually a free pattern. I think it's her only free pattern, but it's a free pattern, and I just thought, do you know what, I'm gonna give it a try. I was looking at her, she's got a little set of socks, like a pattern that includes 3 different socks, and I nearly bought that, and it had this sock in it, but I thought, why not try one, see how I like it, and then if I like it and I get one of hers, like her pattern style, I'm gonna just buy the other patterns for it, I think, because I really like them. She's got so many sock patterns, so yeah, I'm gonna give this a try with this little sock set. It's gonna be a contrast cuff and heel. Sorry, I keep playing with that. It's gonna be a contrast, no, I'm gonna double check because I've got the pattern here. Yeah, so just cuff and toe, contrast cuff and toe with like a slight bit of texture to it. So I think that's going to be super cute in this, and I absolutely adore this yarn. It's so soft. I've been looking forward to knitting it up. So also in my little bag I've got some little wooden DPNs. They are just cheap ones that I got them in Wool on the X, which is a fairly local yarn shop to me. I say fairly local, it's like an hour away at least. Anyway, these are just like basic DPNs that I thought I could knit the socks with. Worst case, if these got taken off me, which I don't think they will because they're wooden, if they get taken off me, I'm not going to cry about it. Like they're just wooden plain DPNs, like I'll be fine. And I'm gonna take, so this is a 2.5 and a 5. No, it's not. It's a 2.5 and a 3mm. So I'm gonna take a 2.5 and a 3 metal in my hold suitcase. So when I get there, I don't have to use the wooden ones. I can swap to the metal ones, which I much prefer. Which will hopefully be fine, like using different needles midway through a project. But we'll see, it'll be fine. We'll see. So yeah, I've got those just in case. So they're in my little bag. At the bottom of my bag, I've just got like a little handful of stitch markers, like just in case. And my little tape measure. got a little tiger on it, I guess. This is just like, this is my not good tape measure. That's coming again. If I lost it, say, like I'm on a plane or like going between hotel room, whatever. If I lose this, like I'm not gonna cry about it. I've got nicer ones. So yeah, I did drop the mini somewhere, but we'll just find that later. So yeah, that's all packaged in this little bag. So that's gonna come with me like in my backpack on the flight. And I've got another one. So all of my little projects are like this, like packaged up with yarns, pattern if I've got the right pattern like printed, and then like my tools and stuff. So this one, I am going to take the crochet hooks out of this one actually and swap around, but that's beside the point. Yeah, sorry, I just had a mind blank, like hang on, am I even taking this one on the plane? Yeah, I am. Sorry. Just buffered, didn't I? Yeah, I am, because I've got spare hooks for this one. So this is the Quiet Sky blanket by Anita Gibney from Made by Anita. I haven't really got a picture, but like that's like a little picture. So I don't think this has actually got any pattern on it. It's just tips, but oh well. It's a really cute crochet blanket. So I've got these 3 colours. These are like West Yorkshire Spinners. They're West Yorkshire Spinners Elements DK. But what I was going to say is they're like metallic-y almost, which is kind of cool. Like, I don't know. So these 3 are just going to, like, obviously this is not going to make a whole blanket, but like I'm going abroad, like I can't take like all of them. So I've got 3 balls. Each square for the blanket has got 3 different colours in it, so I can make a couple of squares of like those colours, hopefully. I don't know how much yarn each square uses, but hopefully that'll make a couple. So I've got I've got the pattern, the yarn, and a couple of hooks. It calls for 2 different sizes of hooks, a 3.5mm and a 4. But I actually think I'm not going to need the smaller one on the plane, so I think I might pop the smaller one just in my like suitcase, just in case, and then I'm going to take a spare 4 with me in there as well, just in case. I mean, I don't think a crochet hook would get taken off you by security at airports. Like, I'm sure it'll be fine. Like, what damage am I going to do to anyone with this? Like, I'd do more damage with a pen, but yeah, just in case it gets taken off me or I lose it or whatever, I'm going to take a spare one. So that's my second project, and that's coming on the plane with me, like I said. Just a little squares I can crochet up, hopefully. Nice and simple for the flight. And then this little pouch is probably going to come with me on the plane as well. So this has just got like a ton of like these stitch markers again. Like, I know I've already got some in that bag, but like, you never know. And then it's got some like bigger stitch markers that are just like for the beginning of round and stuff. I don't think I'm going to use them, but it's coming with me just in case. And I've got like some like tighteners for tightening up cables onto needles, even though I'm not taking any on the plane. Whatever, it's coming with me. There's that. While I'm speaking about that, I might as well speak about just tools in general. So I'm taking this, which is my Mindful Collection Knit Pro case for my needles, but like, as you can probably tell, it's quite stuff full, so I've popped some extra bits in it because I think this will just be easier to carry around and like have in the hotel. And like in the morning, if I wanted to, say like I'm just gonna go and lie on some lunch, I could just take like the bits I need out of here and like pop them in the little pouch. But for like in the hotel and just traveling and whatever, this is perfect. So in here, I have shown this before in my other video, but in here is a selection of needles. 2 of the bigger sizes are missing because they're attached to products, but I don't need them because they're on things that are staying here. So these are the smaller ones that I'll use when we're away. So it's got the needles. I've got a couple of cables. I've just dropped one. 2. Yeah, I got some cables for projects, some like put on hold things. Oh my gosh, I'm having such a mind blank of what they're called. Try it on cables. Just some little darning needles just in case like I need to sew anything up. The DPNs for the socks when we get there. Sorry, I keep dropping things. And then this has got a bigger pouch in it. And in this pouch, I've got gauge thing, needle stoppers. This has got like ends and the little twisty things in again for attaching cables. Little pair of fold up scissors, perfect for just like having with you when you're away and stuff, isn't it? So they're in there. Yeah, that's mostly it. And then just like tons of stitch markers again, because you can never have too many stitch markers, I guess. So yeah, that's coming with me. I don't think there's anything else I really need, like accessory, like notions wise. I think that's probably it, like scissors, needles, cables, stitch markers. I've got tape measure with me that's coming on the plane. Yeah, I think that's about it. So that's coming with me, but that's going to go in the suitcase because if I lost that I'll be absolutely gutted. Then I've got, so a couple of these bags are going to look dead empty, but obviously like when I've been knitting, I'm going to use these as like project bags, like as I go, because they're super light and like it doesn't matter if they like, I don't know, get torn or something. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but so this one is very boring. This one seems to just have a yarn in it, but that's fine. This one is this. So this is, I don't know what happened to the skein on when I caked it up, but so this is again camel's yarn. This is the flowing fingering base, so not quite their sock base, slightly different, but it's incredibly soft. It's got a little bit of cashmere in it, so you can imagine how soft it is. This colourway is called the Spectral Hair, I think that's what that says, the Spectral Hair. Yeah, super pretty colour. Now this, I'm planning on making a my favourite things knitwear camisole. I'm still slightly torn between whether I'm going to do camisole number 4 maybe, I can't remember, but they're both textured camisoles, so fairly similar, but I'm gonna decide for sure tonight because I'm gonna do a swatch probably as soon as I finish this video. Actually, I'm gonna have a look at both of the patterns, I'm gonna look at the gauge for them, and I'm gonna decide which one I prefer, and we'll probably do my swatch immediately so it can dry overnight, and then hopefully by tomorrow I'll know like roughly where I'm at with like gauge. So yeah, there's my first top. My second top, so I've got again I could do with knitting a gauge swatch really, but it might have to wait. So in this bag I've got, as well as the yarn, which I'll show you in a second, I've got this little like cable spiral thing. It's just super useful for if you're knitting small cables for popping your stitches on. I wouldn't use it for like anything big, I'd use a proper cable needle, but for like little intricate cables, perfect. I've used it on cable socks before and it worked perfectly well. So I think I'm going to take this, well, it's in my bag ready to go, for a cable top. So this is, sorry, it's still in the tissue paper because I just like want to open it every time. Like I'm like, that's like a present or something. So this is along with avec, and it's their merino, which is their fingering base. Look how pretty, super pretty. So a little story about this. Initially, that last yarn I showed you, the camel's yarn, I'd planned to make a Helix crop top by Iris from Hirismakes. I'd planned to make that with that yarn, and it's a one skein project for like the smaller sizes at the very least. The only thing was, I love that yarn so much that I don't want to waste a single tiny bit of it, so I want to make a top down top. so that I can effectively just keep knitting until the yarn runs out. The Helix crop top is a bottom up top, and I'm not going to know how much yarn I've got left, and I know I'm going to worry that I've not got enough for the straps, so I think I would just end up wasting quite a bit of it. I know I could use it for something else, but it's going to be like a tiny amount, and I just don't want to waste it. So that was my original plan. But then in my head, I'd got my head like set on making that top. And like I love like the like little bit of cable, the ribbing, like I really like that top. So I was like, I still want to make it. So that's why I've got this. So I got this specifically for the Helix crop top. And actually like now I'm seeing it again. Like in my head it was brighter than this. Having seen this again, this is so gorgeous. I'm definitely going to make that with this yarn. Like I've just decided 100% I'm making that with this yarn. So I'm gonna, yeah, I need to gauge swatch. So that's coming. So that, oops, a daisy. That little cable needle, all in there. Again, be a project bag. Also, don't judge how much I go to Wool Warehouse. I've actually like, I'm sure this is all I've got, these 4 bags, maybe not. And then, so that's 2 tops, my blanket, my socks, and then I've got one more project, which I'm definitely taking, which is, again, there's a little story behind this one. So, last week, I think I was in a local little shop, and somebody had handmade crocheted items for sale in there. And, like, they were all really, really lovely. There were so many lovely items, but I saw a Paddington bear, instantly fell in love with that, and I was like, I need to make that. It's gorgeous, like absolutely gorgeous. Loved it. So like instantly I was like, Ravelry, Paddington bear. I have struggled to find a pattern that I liked. There were a lot of Paddington bear patterns that just weren't as good as this one. Like I'd seen it and I'd had my eyes on the real physical bear crocheted up, and I was like, I need to make that. And none of the patterns looked like they would give you the same result as this one. So I scoured and scoured and scoured, and I finally found what I think is the exact same pattern that she's used. I found it on Etsy. So I've bought that pattern, and I'm not taking the entire pattern again, I'm just taking the bits that I think I'll use. So Paddington bear is classic brown bear, blue jacket, red hat. I'm not taking red because I need red and I need a bit of yellow for the strip around the hat. So I'm not taking red or yellow for the hat. I'll do that another time when I'm home. And I don't think I'm going to take the blue for the jacket. I've got it. I might take it, but I don't think so. It's a 100-gram ball, and I don't think I'm going to use that much. But I don't know how much to take off it to take with me if I don't take 100 grams. So I don't think I'm going to take it with me. So at the moment, I've just packed the pattern for the bear. So this is just, you can see in the background, so cute. So I've got the pattern. And then I've got my yarn. This is just Wendy Supreme DK. I think it's an acrylic. Yeah, yes, 100% acrylic. And I'm not normally a fan of acrylic. And I wouldn't buy acrylic for a garment. However, for like a soft squishy toy, like me buying one ball of acrylic is not going to kill the environment. Like, sorry, it's not. Yeah. I'm getting enjoyment out of it. And I think that's people's biggest issue with acrylic yarn is like the impact on the environment, blah, blah, blah. But like, yeah, my single use of this bear that I'm going to get a lot of enjoyment out of, it's not going to make that much difference to the environment, really. Like, and I do a lot for it. Like, sorry. Also, like, acrylic is just really affordable. And when you're making something like a bear that like doesn't need to be super soft and like, it's for me, like I don't need like the softest, cuddliest bear, like I'm not a baby. So like I don't need the softness of a fancy cashmere or something. Like acrylic is fine. So anyway, that's my rant over about acrylic yarn. So this is the brown I'm going to use. So the brown is coming with me, and I've got just my hook. It's just a little 3. That's coming with the pattern. And then I figured like what I've made, because he's going to be made up into like head, ears, arms, legs, maybe body, like all those pieces. I don't know how much yarn it's going to need because it doesn't actually say in the pattern, but all those little pieces can just stay in this bag, and then they're not going to get lost. Like I'm not going to be like, oh hey, I've only got one ear. Like I can just stay in this bag. So yeah, so that's I think all my projects I'm going to take. I mean, I've still got between, so it's probably like 6 o'clock now. It's like 6 p.m. the night before. We're going to leave around 8 o'clock in the morning, but probably like 7:45, so that we can take our bunnies and our guinea pigs to the borders before we go on holiday. So we've got effectively between now and 7:45 in the morning, which is 14 hours for my brain not to go, you're going to need some more knitting than that, Jess. Like, you knit all day, every day, and you're going to be sat on a sun lounger with no washing, no food to cook, nothing to do, we're all inclusive. Like, you're going to need more to do. And I know, and my brain has already been saying it to me all day. All day my brain's been like, have you got anything else you can take? Like, so we'll see. That's 5 projects. It seems like plenty. Like, there's enough yarn there for socks that, like, the sock pattern I'm knitting are like, I wouldn't call them quite shorties. They are like in between like a shorty and an ankle sock. But like there'll be enough yarn there to make another pair of like shorty socks for sure. So like in theory I could make 4 socks and a whole bear practically. I probably don't have quite enough yarn, but a bear, 2 tops and start a blanket. I think that'll be enough for we're going for, I haven't even said this yet, we're going for 8 days, 7 nights. So I think that'll be enough. I think. We'll see. I'm sure you can see the doubt creeping in. But I have looked through all my stash and I've looked through bits and pieces and I've been like, what else could I take? And everything else just seems to be like either like a lot of yarn to take, or like it's always it's like a colour work piece, or oh it's like brioche with 2 colours, or stripy or whatever. Like I've not got anything like just like one colour, like minimal yarn that I can take with me. So yeah, we'll see. My current plan is 5 projects, 2 on the plane, 3 in the suitcase, and we'll see. I'm hoping that with sort of wooden needles, a crochet hook, I'm not taking my scissors on the plane, I'm not taking any sewing needles, even though like things seem to say you can take those things. Like they seem to say you can take scissors with small blades on them, and like sewing needles are fine and stuff, but I don't want to risk it and I don't need them. So I think I should pass through airport security, no problems at all. But just in case, I think I'm prepared, and I'm not going to be gutted if anything gets taken away, because the yarn's not going to get taken off me. Like, worst case, the needles and stuff do, but like the yarn's still going to stay with me. And like, don't get me wrong, I'll be bored on the plane. I'll be so bored. I've got nothing to do on the plane. But yeah, I don't think they will. I don't think they'll take it off me. And I'm going to have a book. I'll be alright. Anyway, I'll give you a little update when I get back. Just how I got on with my knitting, crocheting, what I made, if I had enough, if I made it through the plane. And yeah, I don't know when I'll post this. Probably by the time I post this, I'll probably be on holiday. So yeah, which I'm looking forward to, because it's been horrible English weather. Horrible. We've had rain, cold. Like, I'm wearing a hoodie in July. What is that about? What is that about? That's not July weather in England. It's summer. It's supposed to be summer. So yeah, we'll see. But anyway, I don't really know what the point of that was. I'm going to go away. I'm going to have a nice holiday, and hopefully lots of craftiness, and I'll see you when I get back. So thank you for watching. Bye.